What is going on, everybody? Crypto's here. Hope you guys had a great day. Well, today something happened to me for the first time, which has happened to every single YouTuber. Recorded my first video with no audio. It was extremely frustrating. I finished recording, I went to see the playback, and there was no sound coming out. It was literally 4 or 5 hours ago, and I was just so frustrated. I did not want to do another one, but well, it happens, guys. So here we are. So yesterday's video. If you guys watched it, we were watching the Bitcoin daily chart. We're watching the neckline of the head and shoulders, and also the 21 MA. I had mentioned how price was pushed, was so extended beyond these moving averages, so it was very likely that we were to retest them. So I had drawn out both of these arrows to see, which direction Bitcoin will go. And so far, we can see that we are getting rejected, that we did get rejected off of the neckline, and we are about to close the second pretty bearish, daily candle. Two upside down hammers. I forgot the name of these candles, but it's not looking too good so far. And now I was also talking about the 4-hour 21 MA, which was something that we were keeping a close eye on. I mentioned how in the bear market that we had back in May, after the prices dropped, it really, really took a long time before recovering and getting over the 4-hour 21 MA. I think we retested it like 3 to 4 times, and every time it pushed us much lower. And it wasn't until days after that we were finally able to reclaim the 4-hour 21 MA, and then from there all the big downside was pretty much done. We started seeing some sideways price action, so it's very bullish that we already recovered and reclaimed the 4-hour 21 MA. That does not mean that the market is bullish, because this is just smaller time frames. Clearly Bitcoin has been in a huge downtrend since the all-time high on November 9th. So now, I mean it's a good sign, because I was expecting most likely that we could have gotten rejected and pushed lower once we retested the 4-hour 21 MA. So now, what to expect? Okay, so as you guys can see on Twitter, this is how I draw my head and shoulders. I mean, this would be like an inverse head and shoulders, and I know what you guys are going to say. This does not look like a head and shoulders or a inverse head and shoulders. And I know, but what I've came to notice is, with experience, after looking at hours and hours and hours of charts, I don't always follow the rules. I don't always follow, the textbook, how head and shoulders, the neck has to be longer and whatever, whatever. But it doesn't always matter, because I think that there are many different ways that we can see the patterns form, and it always plays out kind of like a head and shoulders anyways. So I sometimes, honestly, I'll see like where the shoulders are longer than the head, and it still plays out like an inverse head and shoulders. And let's see, also, you could see that they're all the same length, the head and the shoulders, and it still plays out like a head and shoulders. So now I know it's not like the cleanest looking. This left shoulder is longer than the head, but don't be surprised if it does play out like one. I've just seen these patterns play out so many times. Now, we could argue that this is a bear flag. Yes, we could. So we are keeping a close eye on it right now. The markets are extremely risky. The daily's not looking too great, but we are still holding above very important support. So let's check again. Right here, yes, we are still holding. And if the inverse head and shoulder was to play out, I mean, the first target we could expect would be somewhere around 53,769. Now, one thing that I also mentioned yesterday was big warning sign, as Bitcoin officially closed below the weekly 21 MA. And yesterday I said that we were probably going to retest it, and we did just that. Now, so far, as prices are looking right now, we can say that we did get rejected. So we are keeping a close eye on this. I think it would be very bullish if Bitcoin could get back over that weekly 21 MA by Sunday night, so that we would have a very strong weekly close, and it would almost be as if nothing ever happened. So we keep a close eye on that. Now, I also wanted to show you guys, I had mentioned, if we take a look at the US dollar index. Wait, that's not it. Wrong chart. It was actually on this one. if we look at the DXY, the US dollar index, so I had posted this head and shoulders that was shaping up on the daily chart. And there is an inverse correlation between the DXY and cryptos and other equities. So that when I mentioned when it started breaking out, look at that. That was on November 10th. That was the day Bitcoin had the all-time high. And since this started going up, Bitcoin started going down. Now with this head and shoulders, this is probably going to break down, and that could be, I mean, it should be bullish for Bitcoin and equities. Now, this morning I was a little bit worried because the DXY was having a nice run up, but it almost gave it all back, and we're waiting for the daily close in just about 15 minutes. So we're keeping a close eye on that, and a breakdown would be probably most likely bullish for Bitcoin and crypto. Now, let's look at the BTC Dominance. What's new? What's different? Well, still nothing. Like I told you guys, I am expecting to revisit the 40% level. And what happens after that, I still do not know, but we should all be extremely cautious. I would not be shocked if we saw something like this and like kind of like an inverse head and shoulders, although I know it's not, but and then it just goes up from here. I mean, that is a scenario that we have to prepare for. I don't want to know what would happen to alts if that was to play out. Now, most likely, I am expecting we did get rejected off of that level. That's a very important level. So far as things stand, I think we will revisit the 40% level, which is the one we need to be having our eyes open and watching out for. Because if we break below this, then wow, alts can go for a very, very nice run. Then we will just have to keep an eye out on the 36% level, which was around the Bitcoin dominance all-time low in 2017. So we will definitely get somewhat of a reaction from here. Now, two altcoins that I covered, XRP, as always, and also Cspr. Now, let me pull up the Cspr chart. Oh, that's already the Cspr chart. Now, okay, XRP. So still nothing. Okay, this level is holding, and like I told you guys, this level needs to hold. It's extremely important that we do not break below this level. I'm still wanting or waiting for us to get back inside of this falling wedge, and then from there we'll see. But so far we're still keeping an eye on XRP, nothing exciting. And I did mention to you guys, overall, big picture, XRP is not looking too good. We see a lower low. We closed below the weekly 21 MA. We retested it and got rejected and fell very hard. Now we have this support. We're still holding above it, so that is a good sign, but nothing exciting, so we still wait. Now, Cspr, as mentioned yesterday in my video, I said nothing to get excited about until we get over this resistance, and we did. And now price is pulling back a little bit to retest it, so that's what we're waiting for. We want prices to hold right there. Also, we have the 4-hour Keltner channel middle band. We have the 4-hour 21 MA plus this support. So I am hoping that Cspr can hold that level. Now, I think I saw that they have like an event going on. I think it's like the release of Cspr Pad. I don't have any details on that, but I think it's on December 10th. So if we're going to see a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, I mean, Cspr has to get going right now. Already December 7th, tomorrow's the 8th. So if Cspr is going to have a run, it has to be now. And short-term price target, that's really going to depend on what type of price action we see. But if things are a little bit slow, I would take profit right here. Significant resistance, 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 support, broke down below, resistance, and then resistance again. So the best strategy would be to sell here, and if prices can get back over, retest and hold, then it would be a safe place to buy back. That means that it's most likely going to hold. And then if it reclaims the 24-cent level, which is another important area, on that day we got rejected from the 24-cent level at least 4 times. I was watching, it was painful to watch, but I mean, I should have sold. I knew I should have, but I didn't. And now if we can hold the 24-cent level, then 30 is the big level. I think if Cspr can get over 30, then who knows how high it can go. But until then, we have to play it safe and sell at strong resistances. So that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will drop the link to my Twitter down below. And if you like this video, please drop a like, drop a comment. I would greatly appreciate it. So take care, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.